I'm in my kitchen, and you know what, it's a cold, wet Saturday morning, and I thought, well, I'm going to make a recipe video for you guys. It's Valentine's Day coming up very soon, so I have the ingredients to make some raw chocolate. So I'm going to make some raw chocolate hazelnut hearts. It's dead simple, just a few ingredients, so hope you enjoy the video. So first of all, we're actually going to need raw cacao butter and raw cacao powder. Now this is different to the usual processed cocoa powder. Cocoa powder has been highly processed. It's had a lot of heat applied to it, so it doesn't have the natural nutritional value that raw cacao powder does. So this is, as it says on the packet, it's high in vitamin C, calcium, iron. It's also really good source of magnesium, which is a mineral that we're all really lacking in. And the raw cacao butter, this is it when it's out of the packet. It sometimes comes like this in chunks, and sometimes it will be in like buttons, but this is like the full fat out of the cocoa bean or the cacao bean. It's really healthy fat to get into you. This is one from Newer Naturals, which is an Irish company. You can get raw cocoa, raw cacao in most health shops now, and even some supermarkets will sell it. So we're going to be sweetening it with maple syrup. This is an organic one that I found in Lidl recently. Vanilla extract. And I'm going to be putting some hazelnuts into this as well. So these are just plain raw hazelnuts. I'm going to toast them off a little bit in the pan because I like the taste of toasted hazelnuts with chocolate, but you can leave them raw if you want to. I just like the flavour. It's very quick and simple. And some measuring spoons. There's a spatula which I use just for scraping the chocolate out. And of course you're going to need your moulds. These are silicone moulds that I use. They're so much easier for getting the chocolate out of the mould once they're set. I just like these. They're just really kind of pliable and easy to use. And these are the cooking utensils that I'm going to be using. We need a bain-marie, which is basically some hot water in a pan with a bowl sitting over the top that doesn't actually sit in the water. You can use a glass bowl if you want to. You just want to get it nice and hot, but not too hot. We don't want the water boiling because we don't want to burn the chocolate. We don't want to heat it up too much that it takes the raw goodness and the raw enzymes out of it. And a whisk. I like to use a whisk because it kind of makes sure everything's really well incorporated. And then I'm just using a pan as well just to toast off the hazelnuts. Oh, and one more, I absolutely forgot. I don't know how I forgot this. This is something I put into raw chocolate now. Nut butter. It makes it really creamy. It makes it more like milk chocolate. You can use any nut butter, cashew butter, almond butter. They all work really well. So I'll show you first of all just how you can just break the cacao butter up a little bit more, just to make it a bit, so that it melts a little bit quicker. If you just take a really sharp knife, and then you just want to break it down, and it'll just crumble really easily. So I'm going to add that straight into the pan. You can see, I don't know whether you can see that, but straight away it started to melt. Make sure that your utensil, make sure they're really clean and make sure they're really dry, because you don't want to get any moisture in there. The water underneath is hot, but it's not boiling. It's actually not even simmering. I've got it on a really low temperature. And while that's melting, the hazelnuts are going to go into a dry pan. And I'm just going to toast them off. They literally take like 5 minutes to do. Okay, so this has completely melted now. It's really lovely. So I'm going to put into that the liquid ingredients first. 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. I'm going to add into that just a pinch of Himalayan crystal salt, about a teaspoon of the vanilla extract. Give that a good whisk. And I'm going to go in with 4 tablespoons of raw cacao powder. So you want to use your whisk. Really, really nice, glossy, milky chocolate we're getting there. So now we're going to pop in some of our peanut butter. So again, I am going in with about 2 good tablespoons. Give it a good whisk. And this is really good for vegans. It's good for anyone who's trying to avoid dairy, processed sugar, or, you know, if you are just looking for a healthier way to eat chocolate, this is it, you know, and it's so easy. So look at that, we've got this really lovely, thick, creamy, glossy, delicious chocolate. I'm actually going to put a little bit more peanut butter in there, just because I love the peanut butter. And it goes. Oh, so nice. When you've whisked all this up, you want to just taste it and make sure that it's chocolatey enough for you, that it's sweet enough for you. You might want to add a little bit more cacao butter. You might want to add a little bit more sweetener. We've all got different tastes. And you don't have to use maple syrup. You can also use brown rice syrup, date syrup. You could use honey if you want to. Oh, just try that again. Oh man, it's so good. Is put in the hazelnuts. So there go our toasted hazelnuts. Just going to incorporate that in, and then that is ready to put into our moulds. Okay, so we've got our moulds ready. I like to put them on a plate so that you can just pop them easily into the fridge. Otherwise these things are kind of difficult to handle. They're really floppy, and if you've got your chocolate in there, it's just going to be slushing all over the place. And then you're just going to take a spoon and you're going to put this straight into your chocolate mould. Don't worry about it being a bit messy. I think this would be an absolutely delicious gift to give to anyone this Valentine's. And you know what? There's nothing better than actually giving something homemade, handmade to someone you love. I mean, it is just like, they will appreciate it so much to know that all that love and care and attention went into making these, and they just taste so good. And it is much healthier chocolate than your regular processed chocolate. So the last thing that's left to do is just to give the moulds a tap, because you want the chocolate to drop right down into the shape of the mould. And then it's going to go in the fridge, and these will probably be ready within the hour. The colder the fridge, the quicker they're going to set. If you want to put them in the freezer, they'll set even quicker. Now we have our moulds. Chocolate is now set. It's been in the fridge about, I'd say, above an hour. The colder the fridge, the quicker it's going to set. So you're going to see how quick and easy these will just pop out of the moulds. And there you go. Look at that, they're just so delicious. I've got chocolate over my fingers. Look at that. And I'm going to see if I can break one in half. It's just like really, really creamy and delicious. And it's almost like fudgy. It almost has like a fudge texture to it. So here are my raw chocolate with roasted hazelnut hearts. Perfect for Valentine's. Gonna have to try a bit now because the smell in here is just amazing. Oh my god. They're like so creamy. So delicious. Oh, you have to make these. So good.